Oh, that hurts to watch. 3 Americans freed from Russian prisons are now back in the U.S., greeted with hugs, tears, and overwhelming joy after their plane landed in Maryland late Thursday. Former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, and Russian-American journalist Alsu Kurmasheva were part of a massive prisoner exchange involving more than 24 people in 7 countries. Their return marks the conclusion of what President Biden called a feat of diplomacy. White House National Security Coordinator John Kirby fired back at comments from J.D. Vance, who said he believes Putin agreed to the swap ahead of a possible Trump administration.
There's absolutely zero evidence at all that this deal was brought about because of some potential fear of who might be the next president. This deal was brought about because President Biden had alliances and partnerships and trust he could build on.
To lose touch with reality.
Another one of the released prisoners is Vladimir Kara-Murza, who has an American green card. He traveled to Germany to meet his family there. The prisoner swap comes at a time of high tension between the U.S. and Russia over the war in Ukraine.
It's the largest prisoner exchange between the U.S. and Russia since the Cold War. But as 3 Americans are celebrating their freedom, experts say this experience will likely have an impact on their lives forever. Mandy Gaither explains the mental health hurdles those released may now face.
A historic prisoner swap, but after prolonged detainment, those released from Russia may have a long road ahead when it comes to mental and emotional well-being.
I think anytime somebody goes through a major life disruption, like being detained and imprisoned, there's going to be a readjustment period.
At Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, Ariana Gallagher works with patients who have gone through trauma. She says people process it differently and not everyone will have a hard time afterwards. But she says for anyone who's gone through stress or trauma, it's important to be aware of post-traumatic stress disorder signs, including sleep disturbances, intrusive thoughts, flashbacks, nightmares, being easily startled, increased irritability, anxiety, and avoidance of people, places, or things that act as triggers.
It's natural to want to avoid having that experience. So for a lot of people, their world starts to become a little narrow because of those avoidance behaviors.
With the right support, Gallagher says those struggling after a trauma can find relief, many times through therapy.
I think the take-home message is that there's hope. You don't have to continue to suffer.
That was Mandy Gaither reporting. As with anyone who's gone through a traumatic experience, having a support system is critical. Family and friends can help by creating an open dialogue with a person who is struggling by letting them know it's okay for them to be having a hard time.